let's review the Hypnos. The Nerf Rival Hypnos. This is a pump action single shot blaster with a folding stock. Yeah, it's ergonomically feels pretty nice. In the folded position, I was actually kind of concerned that this would interfere with the grip, but it's far enough away that it really doesn't. There's enough room between your hand and the stock that it doesn't really interfere. So that's pretty good. The stock back here, I think, is a little too short, but that's just for me. I have these incredibly stupidly long monkey arms that, yeah, well, anyway, this thing would be a little bit nicer if it was like here, but yeah, needs about 3 or 4 inches here of extra padding before that'll be comfortable for me. But like I said, that's just my frame. Your results may vary. Anyway, on to the other ergonomics of this thing. The pistol grip, yeah, not bad. It's a little wonky with this lanyard hole here. I'm not a huge fan of doing that. I'd rather have the lanyard up here. See, the pump grip. The prime is, yeah, it's a little on the heavier side, but it's not horrible. When I was using it, I did have a couple of malfunctions. I do think they are user error, but this thing, you have to make sure you fully prime it and fully extend it again before you pull the trigger. This does not have slam fire as far as I can tell. Yeah, see, the trigger is still in and you cannot prime it again, so it does not have slam fire. I've also had a couple of times where if you don't totally pump it all the way back, this last little bit of travel, if you don't hit that, if you stop right where it is here, the ball doesn't load right and it goes like 5 feet out the barrel, which, you know, kind of sucks. Somehow that loaded too. Not exactly sure how that happened. Anyway, the safeties on this thing are full ambi. They are on both sides, so you can disengage it with either the right hand or left-handed shooter just fine. However, the mag release is only right here on the left-hand side, so it's not full ambi. I guess you can kind of reach it up, get it with your left hand to eject the mag, but that's kind of awkward. Right-handed shooter, it's right there by the thumb and it works just fine. I do like how the mag pops out. It's spring-loaded so that it's a faster reload process. That is pretty nice. I also like that the mag is on the top. Very, what is it? The PS90 or the P90, depending on full auto or semi-auto versions of it. I like that. It keeps the profile of this blaster relatively slim. Unless you got a mag hanging off the side here, which, yeah, whatever. But I also do like that it is compatible with the short mags, which is kind of a nice feature. Because if they're going to keep giving us short mags with these blasters, then might as well have blasters that can actually use them, other than like the the Apollo and the Hera, a couple others. But generally speaking, I do like the fact that you can use any mag that so far that they make, with the exception of the Chaos mag, but that's a proprietary one. Okay, I'm not a huge fan of these things either. These little clips that hold the mags on. I've knocked these things off a few times. They're not the most secure things. Generally speaking, if it's just sitting relatively still, but if you're trying to do a whole bunch of, you know, ducking and weaving and diving through bushes and all that stuff, then sometimes these things pop off. Not a huge fan of that. So generally speaking, I will have extra mags in a mag pouch instead of actually on the blaster. This thing, I have no idea what this is for. It's not really a sight because it doesn't really protrude. There's no corresponding sight to go with it. So I have no idea what this is for. But anyway, the performance of this blaster, it's Rival standard. So stock out of the box, it's acceptable. Could always use a spring upgrade because, well, you know, why not? But yeah, it's definitely playable straight out of the box. So would I recommend buying this? Yeah, I would. Especially from the fact that because it's a Springer, you don't have to worry about batteries, you don't have to worry about HPA, LPA tanks, and you don't have to pump it up, you know, a zillion times per shot. It's just one time. So yeah, a fairly sturdy blaster. Will this be my primary? Probably not, but this would be one that I would have no problem handing off to somebody else saying, here, this is how you use it. It takes 5 seconds of instruction and they're nerfing. Anyway, I do say that this is a relatively good blaster. But anyway, over here is a video YouTube thinks you should watch. Why? I don't know. They just think you should watch it. And over here is a video that I'll add in post. I'm Ray with 28 Left Productions, and I'll see y'all later.